In the 1950s, a group of monks were relocating a monastery in Thailand. They were moving a giant clay Buddha statue when one of the monks noticed a large crack in the clay. When they checked this out, they noticed a golden light shining through the crack, and the monks then chipped away at the clay until they discovered that the statue was made of solid gold. The most likely explanation was that the Buddha had been covered with clay by Thai monks several hundred years earlier to protect it from an attack by the Burmese army. It took many, many years for the truth to be revealed. Now, the metaphor here is that every one of us has our own inner gold, just waiting to be discovered below the surface. And the problem is that we live so much of our life at the surface and we don't connect to our inner life. This is connecting to you. And I believe that this is your real mission in life, to connect to your true self, your natural state of well-being that is always there. We all have what I call an authentic self, a natural state of well-being. Lisa Miller, who's a professor at Columbia University, has spent a lifetime studying this concept. She calls this natural state our awakened brain. And in her own words, she writes, each of us has the ability to fully develop our innate capacity to live through an awareness of love, interconnection, and appreciation of life's unfolding. Beyond belief, beyond the cognitive story we tell ourselves, the awakened brain is the inner lens through which we access the truest and most expansive reality. But all of life is sacred, but we never walk alone. Our brains are wired to perceive and receive that which uplifts, illuminates, and heals. This is the most important connection of all, the connection to ourselves. But the problem is that we've forgotten who we are. So many of us are lost. We're disconnected from our feelings, from our values, from our aspirations, our dreams, and our gold waiting within us. Your authentic self, your gold within, is a direction to aim for. A point on a compass that helps you know if you are moving forward or backward. It's a sense that you're doing the right thing and being true to yourself and your convictions. Not being self-serving or trying to please everyone or living a life that's a trajectory of what your parents set for you or your school. It's an intuition that you're doing or not doing what you are meant to do. And it's getting in touch with this deeper intuition that we all have, but we don't spend the time to get in touch with. And the more connected you are to your authentic self, the more you can overcome any self-imposed limits that have held you back, and the more able you are to unlock your full potential for joy and fulfillment. You'll also discover greater meaning and purpose in your life, which is what everybody wants, yet few of us find. In the words of psychologist Emily Esfahani-Smith, who's dedicated her work to exploring this concept of meaning and fulfillment, she says, to be psychologically and spiritually healthy, we need to believe that our lives matter. We all need to discover ways to feel connected to something larger than ourselves, to feel that our lives make sense and that we have a purpose. So your practice is to learn how to connect to yourself, how to find meaning and purpose. And these are 3 steps to help you get started. First of all, slow down. Be more in the present moment. Stop rushing around, multitasking and looking for quick fixes to get through the day. Break free of living on autopilot and let go of a compulsive need to always be doing something. Your life is not a to-do list. Next, be quiet. Find time to stop and do nothing. Slow right down, turn off your phone, your laptop and your PC, overcome your need to be distracted and instead be still and silent. Now, I like to be outside when I do this, but wherever you are, just listen to the sounds in your room, notice your breathing and how your body feels. Listen to yourself and cut through all the external noise so you can connect to yourself at a deeper level. And thirdly, listen to your authentic self. I meditate as it helps me to get in touch with my essential self beyond all the roles, the demands and the busyness that is so distracting. Then I can get in touch with my feelings and what matters most. And I encourage you to write down your thoughts. It's so important to keep a journal where you can record your observations, write down how you're feeling and really explore your ideas. Because when you write down what you are thinking and feeling, you start to connect to yourself more. And when you're connected, you can begin to align your thoughts, your feelings and your actions. This is authentic power. It's when you're more centered, more relaxed, in a far better place to live the life you really want to lead. And finally, in the words of Tao Te Ching, knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power.